You guys all there?
Hey, Coach, it's Adam. You got me okay?
I got you. How are you, Adam?
Good. How you doing? I think you're kind of breaking up a little bit there.
Good.
Uh, okay. All right,
You
everyone. We
ready?
have Coach Nagy with us. We'll go ahead and get started. As a
Yeah,
reminder, if you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand, and then Coach, we'll go ahead and let you start off with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions. So go
yeah.
ahead.
So I'll start off. I appreciate the understanding, the late notice today with the Zoom. Obviously, with the heightened COVID protocol and the league and the shift to Zoom today is a part of my morning usual Monday routine. And unfortunately, this morning it came back that I was positive for COVID. So I will not be in the building. Uh, this is something that for us, it's a reminder to all of us, to be extremely cautious and to understand where we're at. We've seen it obviously with other teams in the league and society in general. So we're working through all that. In OTAs, we kind of went through this before where I was out. So, I know our group of coaches and players are extremely resilient, and for us moving forward, we're going to have a good plan put in place, and all different plans put in place. So I appreciate y'all's understanding for that, and I wanted to start off with that. And other than that, in regards to the game, nothing changed from what we discussed last night. After watching the tape, when you turn the ball over, on the other side of the field for them, it's something that against that team they're going to make you pay, and they did that. So, um, we have to fix it. We got to learn from it, and that's the only thing we can do, and our guys will do that. So I'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
All right. First question, Pat Finley.
Hey, Matt, are you feeling symptomatic? Did you have any reason to think that you would test positive today? And is there anybody else, players or staff, who has tested positive since yesterday?
No, I feel pretty good. I think, again, you come in the morning, and it's something where every morning on Monday you come in and you're following protocol, and it's what we do. And so when I got the call this morning from our head trainer, Andre Tucker, it's you try to be prepared. So no, that there's as of now, no. We're still working through, I think, some of the team, but that's a good sign for sure. And now we just we got to make sure that we do everything that we're supposed to do here in regards to the protocol.
Dan Wiederer.
Matt, who takes the steering wheel in your absence?
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll have Coach Tabor will go ahead and run any of the team meetings that I would not be a part of, and that's again what we did in OTAs. That'll allow Bill and Sean to really stay focused with their sides, but at the same point in time, we created a plan, Dan. 2 years ago when we started this thing, we have a role for every coach, and the roles that if we don't have a coach in who steps in, and so that would be that's how we'll go moving forward.
Adam Johns. Can't hear you, Adam. We'll come back to you, Adam. Kevin Fishbane.
Hey, Matt, I know we obviously talked about the vaccination situation a lot over the summer. I'm wondering if there have been further conversations with the team, with any of the guys who are kind of last holdouts after this, maybe a bit of a wake-up call for what's gone on this past week or two.
Yeah, we have not had any those discussions as a team in general, if that's what you're asking. I know, when you go through these situations, it definitely for different reasons, it makes everybody understand where we're at and how things can go, and really how the protocol works too, if you have the vaccination versus if you don't. So we'll get together, and the best part for that, or the part that I really believe and understand is having the support staff that we have in these times that we showed it last year's, being able to pull together and get through times like this. Okay, what are the solutions? How do we get through this? How do we get better? What, listening to what the league says, and then us continuing to follow through with that as well. So it'll definitely be something that we look into and continue to discuss, but we have not had any of those team discussions as you're asking.
Hub?
Hey, Matt, I'm sorry to hear about the test. I hope it passes quick for you.
Yeah, thanks, Hub.
Obviously, unfortunately, we got to get to the football part too, though, and we know what happened yesterday. As you try now and work through this with these extra handicaps, what is the communication with Justin? Where are you guys at right now in terms of how much of this is systemic and how much of this is the young quarterback just not growing fast enough?
Well, I'll start with the last comment of not growing fast enough. I would say that I don't agree with that. I think that Hub, he's done a really good job at growing. He really has. And when you watch the tape last night, the result of not scoring points and having turnovers and with what happened in that game, it can certainly feel that way for a lot of different reasons. But when you watch it, you see that there's a lot more to it that goes into it, and we're all involved in that. And so he's growing, and we knew that when we named him the starter. I think we all knew that there's going to be growing pains. That's what every single rookie quarterback that's ever played in the history of this game that has happened. And so is I think important for us to understand learning how to do things as an NFL quarterback, and some of these times that we have, whether good or bad, he's going to use those to continue to make him a hell of a quarterback in this league for a long time. That's the exciting part for everybody. And so we just know around him that we want to do everything we can to as a rookie who hasn't seen as many defenses or had as many snaps as some people that have played in that game yesterday, or some coaches that have coached. We need to make sure that we're always doing everything we can to give him the greatest opportunity to succeed. And that's what we're going to do. And you guys all know what type of resiliency Justin has and what type of resiliency our team has. And when you have that, when you have bad losses like yesterday and you have a bad loss like Cleveland, you got to make sure that you fix it. And that's the opportunity, the chance that we get to get back on track here against San Francisco. And it starts with scoring more points.
Mark Potash?
Hey, Matt, hope you're feeling better.
Thank you, Mark.
You mentioned yesterday after the game about how close this team has become, I guess, over the weekend or whatever. And your belief in this team is admirable. But I'm wondering, why should Bears fans believe that kind of thing will make a difference? Because at this point in time, with all due respect, for everything we've heard about the closeness and the culture, the belief and the coaching staff, it just 4 years in, it just doesn't seem to be paying off. It just, from the outside, it seems to ring hollow. And I'm wondering, do you kind of get that?
Mark, so I don't know if it broke up for everybody else, but it broke up for me. I heard you talk about why should Bears fans, believe in us getting back at it, and then you cut off after that.
I was just saying that it just.
What was the second part of it?
It just seems like at this point of 4 years in, we've heard a lot about the good culture that you have, the closest, the belief, the coaching staff.
Yeah.
It just seems like at this point, to a lot of fans, it just doesn't seem like it's paying off. It just seems from the outside, it seems to ring hollow. And I'm wondering if you kind of get that,
for sure, that
difference, that disparity.
No, I do. I absolutely get that. I 100% understand that. And I think that's where when you go through and we were able to do, but so getting to the playoffs and winning the division, what a great start. And so I understand completely, and we all understand, because just as everybody is wants to win and score points and hold teams to less points, we all want that too. And so it comes down to us doing it. We got to do it, and we got to perform and put the points on the board so that you can win games. And that's our number one focus right now, is being able to understand, okay, yeah, we talk about an identity and we talk about trying to do certain things and run certain plays, and do that will fit your team, we need to score a lot more points. And however we do that, it doesn't, whatever it is, we gotta score more points so we can win. And if we all have that same mindset at fixing it, then we got to do it. And
Sorry, Coach. Looks like you're cutting off there. Adam Hogue.
Yeah, is he still there?
Coach, I think.
there.
Yeah, we got. I think you're kind of freezing up a little bit.
I got you.
Okay, cool.
I got you. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
All
Adam.
right, I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead, Matt. I actually have two questions, if that's okay. The first is COVID related. Just getting home yesterday. How did the players that tested positive or ended up on the COVID list, did they come home with the team yesterday? And I guess what was that whole procedure like? And then football related question, on the first play of the game, it looked like Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney blocked the same player and left another player unblocked who ended up making the play. Since that first play of the game, they usually know is coming and responsibilities are relatively well known. I guess just how frustrating was that to have that happen after you took the ball after the coin toss and you're trying to score first?
Yeah. So the first part of your question in regards to the people that were on the COVID, that was separate. They did not come home with us. They were separate. And then to the first play, we had a little toss crunch play there where you're able to go ahead and take advantage of the defensive end. And sometimes if you have a certain alignment where you start, then that can affect basically how they line up and where you go, and can mess with some of your rules. So you're right on that play. We had an issue. To right there is, I think those are the little details we all got to lock in and make sure. And our guys know that, our coaches know that, and we take that very personally. And so like you said, we get the ball and we end up going 3 and out. That's not the plan. And it can start with the very first play. The second play, we ended up getting some pressure on the weak side, and we get the sack and the fumble, and then all of a sudden you're looking at 3rd and 14, and that's not realistic. That's not good football, especially to be able to put your quarterback in, regardless if you're a rookie or not. 3rd and 14. Just that starts.
Sorry, Coach. Sounds like you're breaking up again. You still got us?